Next, we're going to test to see if the user name that they've put in has been found. Now, whereas before we didn't have to actually do anything with that data, we just had to make sure it was found. In our forum version of these scripts, we're going to have to include a little line to take the data that has been found by the query and we're going to include a user ID, so logged user ID as well as the user name, which is just what they've put in, and we're going to take that from the query that we just ran on the database. And then we're going to register that variable as well. Now, if you'll remember, we included mod field within our users table, so we need to register the user as a moderator as well if they've been marked as that on the database. So we need to register that variable, logged as mod, we'll call it, and then all we need to do is echo the same welcome message. In this case though, we're going to use the setup page again to make sure that they get the right kind of, we just use the welcome there. When we show our invalid login, we're going to use the setup page to make sure that the look and feel of the page stays consistent, and we're going to give them a specific complaint. Then we have the problem of two fields not being filled in. So let's just copy that setup page statement there, and we can leave that otherwise identical. And finally, if we arrive at this page without any of these conditions being true, then we need to set up the page once again as login and we need to ask them to fill in their details. Otherwise, this is going to be pretty much the same deal. We might want to add a little hyperlink at the bottom here to take the user back to the entrance to the site if they change their mind and want to register as a new user, for instance, rather than having to enter some phony data in order to have themselves rejected by the form. So we've saved that. Let's take a look. If we go to our entrance and we log in, there is an error on line 53. As we can see, I left off a curly bracket at the end, something that I do all the time, and I'm sure you'll have come across it yourself in your PHP scripts. Let's resave that and take another look in our browser. As we can see, our login page now matches the look and feel of our entrance page. It won't work yet because we haven't added any of the other scripts to the folder on the document root of our web server. But in our next movie, we're going to take a look at adapting the rest of the login scripts to our new system.